Hey, Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. Happy 2012, first video of 2012. And this one's a special one because I've been asked by the analytical people in our group, which is fine because you need to settle everything upstairs here before you can actually let it go to your instincts. If you don't understand how it's going to work, then those questions are always lingering and you'll have a tendency to freeze up over the ball. So we're combining two videos today. We're combining the HOGAN power drill, which is a really popular one, and we're also combining the centrifugal pump, right? So if you look at, for those of you who are not aware of these videos yet, go to the HOGAN power drill video, definitely have to see that one. And then you're going to look at my horseshoes and lassos video. You're going to look at the feet together and one leg update. You're going to look at create serious speed. All right, these are really important videos to look at because there are certain things that happen in your swing very naturally that the fear mongers of this golf industry are going to tell you are wrong, where in actual fact, it's part of your fiber. It's part of how you are wired as a human being. And you never want to go against that because that's freaking 2 million years old. Don't mess with it, all right? It's a self-preserving, mechanism that's built deep inside your wiring. All right? Now, without further ado, HOGAN power drill, we talked about how we're using a sliding glass door or a smooth surface behind us. Pretend you got a handkerchief hanging out of each back pocket. You take your posture. So what I'm going to do, so I don't break my mirror or my glass door, I'm going to grab my club down here at the bottom of the shaft. Get my posture, then back into the mirror. So right now my tush is right up against this mirror. When I take my backswing, as my arm club unit swings into my backswing, the rib cage and the pelvis, got Scully here to help me, rib cage and pelvis are sitting on top of the hips. The hip is the femur, the biggest bone of the body. The femur is the knee. Now knees don't go side to side, only front to back. So when you have enough flex in your legs and you make this beautiful backswing, your body turns out of the way so your arms don't crash into your rib cage. The two videos you need to recall yourself on that is the stop crashing, Shawn Clement, and arms and body timing, Shawn Clement. Key videos for sure, okay? So, body turns out of the way. The handkerchief that's in your right back pocket will wipe the glass toward the target and slightly upwards, because as the legs extend, it's going this way. You're going to basically be writing a letter N on the glass, okay? So it's up. Now, as I'm going toward the target, so as my arms fall, the body returns. As the body returns, both legs come down. So both legs extend up. Both legs reflex down to prepare to throw the arm club unit that way. Because my attention, my focus is out there towards the target. So body gets ready, and then as my arm club unit swings towards the target, the body turns out of the way. And as it turns out of the way, I go back up. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you're making this up, down, up motion, letter N. At one point, once I'm here, as the body clears, now it's the left hip going up the other side, right? So the left hip's going this way, clearing and going back up. So anatomically speaking, your legs are designed to do that. Just walk down a city street, New York City. You'll see all the heads bopping up and down. We don't walk like this, right? There's an ebb and flow to the legs. There's an up and down motion. That's our response to the gravitational pull of the planet, all right? So when I'm clearing, the legs have to extend to allow the hips to rotate underneath the pelvis and rib cage. If you try to keep your legs bent in the backswing, you are restricting the legs. If you restrict the legs, you restrict the hips. If you restrict the hips, the pelvis and rib cage cannot turn out of the way of your swinging arms. So your arms crash into the rib cage. When this crashes into the rib cage, this collapses, chicken wing. You're going to let go of the club. You're going to bend the elbow. Sound familiar? Okay? So there's a lot of bad stuff happening in the golf business right now. And I don't blame anybody for it. Right? See this golf ball? This is how high golf instruction is. It's only 100 years old. All right? Kung Fu is 5,000 years old. It's through this roof here. So as a group of individuals in the golf industry, we have a lot to learn about teaching this game. If you want to be a good mechanic, you better know what's under the hood. I do. If you want to be a good mechanic, you got to know how that car is wired. I do. And I have a group of people that we do together, right? So we're bringing you this. So if you know how you're wired, and you know how you're designed, and you know how you're designed to go with this planet, don't fight that. Let me show you a swing from somebody we all know, the guy Tiger's going after, and let me show you how he does this extremely naturally as well. So, here's a nice poster of Jack in the 60s. This is where he swung at his best. See the first? Look at the second. Notice how he comes down with both legs? Then watch the third. Notice how the right arm still isn't fully extended? Look at the fourth. See how the legs extend up, his head's going back, and his arms are being shot toward the target. And there's his finish position. So can you see? Up, down, up. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's a perfect example of that centrifugal pump. It's plain as day. All right? So what's important for you to get about that, right? What's important for you to get about that is you're already wired. So Jack, what he's doing is he's focusing on his target. He's not focusing on the ball. And he's got a specific feel that he's looking for. He's looking for that snap, that nice release out there toward the target. So when you have that focus, the body responds to that. Now, the way Hogan and Nicklaus really learned the swing, because they didn't have video analysis and high-speed photography at the time, they just had a target and they had, you know, some tips here and there. Hogan really did it by himself. Jack had his coach. But we compare golf swings to Hogan today through video analysis. That's really set us back into the Stone Age, because you're trying to copy a position and the target's gone, right? So you have no target to shoot for, so your body's wiring can't respond to the target. So it's a big fat waste of time. All right? So number one, you have a picture, like Jack Nicklaus used to talk about moving pictures. He saw the whole flight of his golf ball to the target. So it starts with that. Then does the setup match the picture? Then once the setup matches the picture, what's the feel I'm looking for? What's this going to feel like? You always, you know, you're hearing of, you know, when I'm swinging really well, it feels about like that. So they're recalling their good swings in their mind, and they're focusing on that feel in the direction of the target. That's how you play golf. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.